Okay, okay. All right, I'm gonna move this back a little bit, I think, like that. Okay, today, first of all, Tuesday, we are going to have a vocabulary quiz over chapter 2 and 8. I have posted on Google Classroom a Quizlet. I've made the Quizlet for you already. Study that once a day between now and Tuesday, and you should do well on the vocab quiz. Yes?
Tuesday's my plan sick day.
Okay. Well, then you can make that up on Wednesday, if that's your planned sick day. So, today, we're talking about solubility. Can anybody define solubility in 5 or less words? Cole.
5 or less.
5 or less.
How usability to dissolve in things.
Okay. That was 5 or less. Easeability, I don't know if that's a word, but it's fine. Can anybody go less?
Oh, less?
Less than 5.
Well, how well something dissolves.
How well something dissolves. Can you go less?
Able to dissolve.
Ability to dissolve? Yeah.
Dissolving.
Dissolving. Let's go with the ability to dissolve. I like that. All right, that's right in the middle.
Yeah, dissolvability.
Dissolvability, yes. Ability to dissolve. Just somewhere in your notes, all right, wherever you would take notes. Imagine that we have a beaker full of water. Have a beaker full of water. And in this beaker, I have a sugar cube. Any guesses out there or ideas on how I could increase the solubility of this beaker A? Nick. Okay. Someone besides Colt. Mrs. Davis.
Make the water hot.
Heat it. Yes. I could heat it. Check this out. Look at that Bunsen burner. All right. Very good. If I increase the temperature, I'm going to increase the solubility. That's one way. Here's beaker B. How else could I increase the solubility in this situation without changing the amount of water? Alex. Oh, I can stir it. Okay. Guys, watch this picture I'm about to draw. Are you guys ready for this? Oh, do you see that? I even drew the refraction of the spoon. There, stirring.
You nice like that, Mr. Miller.
I know. It's almost 3D. If you guys blink really fast, you guys look ridiculous. I didn't do anything. But thanks for doing that. They all did it. They all did it. If I increase, what am I increasing here?
Stirability.
The stirability? What am I making move faster? Kinetic energy. This is another way to increase the kinetic energy. The particles are moving faster, right? Then my solubility is going to go up. There's one more way. The solubility is going to go up. Here's beaker, letter C. I guess I'll ask you guys a question. Do you put sugar cubes in your iced tea?
I don't want to use a sugar cube.
What do you put in your iced tea?
I don't drink ice cream.
Okay. Do you?
Break up the sugar cube.
Yes, break it up. What would I be increasing? Though I want to increase something.
Increase the solubility.
I am surface area. Yes. Here's the third way.
I wish I was.
All right. If I increase the surface area, do I have to write that out? You guys good with that?
No, I would like it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not writing
For a
it.
math teacher, you do not need to write it out.
Thank you. I'm going to increase the solubility.
Surface area.
This isn't that.
Okay.
Yeah, but math adjacent.
It is math adjacent. It is math adjacent. Surface area is very mathy. Very mathy. Okay. So, have you guys ever drawn the Koolaid scale?
No.
Well, you're about to. You're about to. On the left side of your paper, I would like you to draw the Koolaid scale. This is what the Koolaid scale looks like. The Koolaid scale has 3 parts. Has 3 parts. Has 3 parts. So draw out your Koolaid scale. I'm going to get some water in this pitcher. Can you see this? Just keep watching.
But I can only stay with the 3 and stay really fast. Otherwise, you can do this.
I don't care how long we stay. That's recorded, just to let you know. Okay. First Kool-Aid. First type of Kool-Aid. Who here has ever drank Kool-Aid?
I've drank Koolaid before.
I have to.
Luis, have you had Kool-Aid? It's okay if you haven't.
What is that?
Okay, you're about to. All right? Kool-Aid is essentially water and sugar.
Yes, a lot of sugar.
It's water and sugar. There's a couple ways you can buy Kool-Aid. You can buy Kool-Aid in a packet. Can you open that for me? You can buy Kool-Aid in a packet and then add your own sugar. Or you can buy it pre-made like this. So this has the sugar mixed in with the flavor. Who here has ever had a parent or guardian make you Kool-Aid?
Me.
How do, in general, parents or guardians sometimes make Kool-Aid?
Boiling it. What?
That's not what I was thinking.
That's yellow.
Colt?
They just like pour the sugar in the pitcher and then as water is going in, they just stir it all around.
True. Has anybody ever like had a family member try to make it a little too healthy?
No.
No?
What?
This is what my grandma used to do.
Oh, no.
I would go over to my grandma's and it would not be sweet enough.
Oh, yes, they only put like a little bit in.
No one's ever had wheat Kool-Aid?
I have water in it.
Yes, not enough sugar. Have you guys ever had wheat Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Well, I have. All right, I'm glad you haven't. You have lived a much better childhood than I have. All right, you've lived a much better childhood than I have. I lived a sad life because I used to have wheat Kool-Aid. Also, my grandparents grew up in the Depression, so they probably wanted to save sugar. Wheat Kool-Aid's first type of Kool-Aid. Bodie is going to have 3 balls at his desk.
I got Bodie.
He is going to throw me 1 ball. Okay, my hands, first of all, third period had a hard time with this. How many hands do I have? 2. Thank you. The answers were 2, 5, or 10, third period, so it's okay. It was early. I have 2 hands. My hands are going to be the solvent. What does the solvent do in a solution? Dissolves. Guess what the ball is going to be?
Sugar.
The solute. The solute. So, I have 2 hands. How many hands are full? 1. So, if we were talking about solutions or wheat Kool-Aid or saturation, what would you guys say I am right now?
Water.
Could I dissolve more solute?
Yeah.
I could.
You're the weak Kool-Aid.
I am the wheat Kool-Aid. Scientifically, that's called unsaturated. So wheat Kool-Aid is unsaturated. Wheat Kool-Aid is unsaturated. Do you guys agree that I'm unsaturated? I could dissolve more solute.
Yes.
Good.
Okay. Second type of Kool-Aid. You're a millionaire. You're a millionaire. If you're a millionaire, you have a butler named Alfred who is British. I would, all right? Because I'm not hiring a butler if they don't have a British accent. I'm just saying. It is a day in July. You have some fancy place in Ohio. I don't know why you still live in Ohio, but you live in Ohio. I wouldn't. I don't know. My parents are here. But if I'm a millionaire, I'm probably a lot older. Anyways, let's not think about that. So,
You also would have a private jet.
true, I would have a private jet. But I'm imagining this happening in Ohio. It's a hot July day. It's super humid. And I tell my butler, Alfred, could you bring me a glass of Kool-Aid? He's like, righto, sir. So he brings me a glass of Kool-Aid. And as he's bringing this out, I'm sitting in my lawn chair by the pool. And you can see the humidity, just the condensation dripping down the side of it. The ice is in there. You know that clicking sound with the ice cubes in your Kool-Aid? That amazing, refreshing. You guys know what I'm talking about. Yes?
Yeah.
And I take a sip of this amazing Kool-Aid, and there's only one thing I can say. What is it? That was not planned, but that was incredible. Oh my gosh. Yes.
That was planned.
I don't know.
Was he like listening in?
Well, I can hear everything he says. He can hear everything I say. So that was amazing, though. Yes. All right, Mr. Edwards. Yes. All I can say is, oh yeah. You guys have seen the Kool-Aid Man. What does he do? Breaks through the wall and says, oh yeah. Okay, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Did he do that with LeBron James?
LeBron James? I'm not sure. But this is that perfect Kool-Aid. Do you guys know how to make perfect Kool-Aid? This might surprise you. Follow the directions. If you follow the directions, that's the best Kool-Aid you can have. Believe it or not. There you go. Gavin has the directions.
Just one packet.
Liking and then it's the perfect.
I'm just saying you can follow the directions. Now, I'm going to have Bodie throw me a second ball. Second ball, please.
Yeah, buddy.
2 hands? Did I follow the directions?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because everything's
Everything's
dissolved.
soluble.
Have I dissolved what I'm holding?
Yes.
What would you call me?
Saturated.
Yes.
Good job.
I'm saturated.
Thanks, kid.
I'm saturated.
You know we're trying out here.
I'm saturated. So, if I was going to make the first type of Kool-Aid, all right, I will now make the first type of Kool-Aid. Are you guys ready for this?
Oh, you're not measuring.
Hey. Kind of looks like a wall.
Well,
Once you read.
the fact that you put that much in is still like dark red.
By the way, the dye, you don't need the dye. There's no reason for there to be the dye, but that's okay. What type of Kool-Aid is this?
Perfect Kool-Aid.
It's wheat Kool-Aid.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I barely added any, right?
That looked like a lesson.
I barely added any. I did not look at the recipe. Agreed?
Yeah.
There's a third type of Kool-Aid. This is the type of Kool-Aid that you guys make. What type of Kool-Aid do you make?
Capri Sun Kool-Aid.
Why are you smiling, Sarah Beth?
Strong.
How do you make it strong?
Adding
Way too much.
You add way too much. Where does the sugar end up?
the bottom.
At the bottom. Yes. This third type of Kool-Aid is the sugary sludge.
You just call it strong.
It's not, because you'll see why in a second. At the bottom, Kool-Aid. This is the sugary sludge at the bottom Kool-Aid. Who's done that? Where they put so much sugar it ended up at the... Come on, you guys have done it. Yes, I've done it.
Lemonade.
Oh, yeah, buy it pre-made.
Yeah. If you add too much sugar, guess what? The water can't do what?
Dissolve it.
Water can't hold it.
The last one I got that Kool-Aid.
Okay,
I'm man jammers.
I have 2 hands.
Yes.
I have 2 balls in my hands.
Yes.
Bodie, I trust you.
No.
Throw me the third ball.
Oh my goodness, Bodie.
What a toss.
You could have easily got
I
that.
would have gone.
I think that's an automatic change.
I'm glad I have a principal in here. I appreciate that. Let's try again. Let's try again. Bodie, throw me the third ball.
Get him out.
Open his mouth.
And the database.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, now let's think about this. Where's the ball going?
Damn. The bottom of the container.
Oh.
Great job.
Now, if we think back to our beginning, how can I increase my solubility?
Stir it.
Stirring it?
No, breaking up the.
This is already broken up.
Stirring it.
You're stirring.
And when I heat something, what am I adding into my system?
Solubility. Kinetic energy.
Energy. So, if I can add energy to this system, check this out what happens.
Whoa.
All right?
Whoa.
Now, what am I?
Chocolate.
Am I saturated? But I'm more than saturated now, right? I am super saturated. I'm super saturated, right? But what do I have to keep putting in order to stay super saturated? Have you guys ever made Jell-O?
Yes.
What do you do to Jell-O?
Boil it.
You heat it up. Then where do you put the Jell-O? In the fridge. What happens when it goes in the fridge?
It freezes. It comes together.
It cools off. It solidifies. And what just happened?
You made jello.
Where did your Jell-O go?
To the bottom.
It formed a solid again. This is how solubility works. Wait, let me do my big finish. This has nothing to do with it. You guys ready for my big finish? Here we go. Oh, under the leg. You can clap now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Solubility. So, here I go. I'm going to make this. You tell me, is this super saturated?
Yeah, it might be.
Just keep on doing it.
It's fine.
All right, here we go.
Just keep on doing it.
Oh, yeah, it's at the bottom. So is this, I can taste it in the air. Is this super saturated?
Yeah.
This is not super saturated. This is not perfect because there's some at the bottom. Oh, yeah, you're right, actually. All right? This is saturated, but where did the extra solute go? To the bottom. So, is this super saturated? How could I super saturate it?
Heat it up.
Make hot Kool-Aid.
Boom.
I could make a pot of Kool-Aid. If I made a pot of Kool-Aid, I could super saturate it. How do you make your Jell-O? you supersaturate the solution, you put it in the fridge, the solute falls out, it makes Jell-O. Then it's just saturated. That's how you make Jell-O. Does that make sense? Yes. So let's write supersaturated on this last one, even though we know it's not, just so we have an example. What's that?
Wouldn't oversaturated be better?
It's not called oversaturated, but it is. Scientifically, it's called supersaturated. Does anybody want a glass of Kool-Aid? How about, who does not want a glass of Kool-Aid? Raise your hand. Okay, that's fine.
Actually, no, I do want one. Actually.
I'm not offended. It's fine.
No, I want one. I want one.
I think Luis should get the first glass of Kool-Aid. What?
Whoa, what?
What did you say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right, this first cup is going to be for Luis. All right, I can't pour like huge cups. All right, this is for Luis. No, don't chug it. All right, try it. We want to see.
It's not good.
It's the sweet.
Too sweet, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna taste a little bit sweet. All right, we're not done, but first row can come get a glass of Kool-Aid. First row, come get a glass of Kool-Aid. All right, first row, come get a glass of Kool-Aid. If you guys want one, first row, come get a glass. Second row, come get some Kool-Aid. Get a glass, head back. I'm not making these super full. Third row, come up if you want one.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome.
Oh, thank you so much, sir.
Not special.
Fourth row, come up if you want one. Guys, I got a couple grape left over if somebody wants grape instead of red.
Is this live?
What?
Honestly, yeah, it wasn't that sweet.
Are we live?
We are live. If anybody wants grape, I got 2 grape that need used up.
That is the worst kind of food. I'll definitely take hey, Luis has to try grape. Luis has to try some grape.
I don't know.
You said grape, I'll take
Try
grape.
some grape?
If you have, no, I only have enough for 1. If you have not got Kool-Aid, come get some Kool-Aid.
What about the extra?
No. I don't have enough. I still have to do this 2 more times today. Anybody want grape instead of red? I'm running low on red. Anybody want the grape? No.
Wait, it's good.
I am running real low. I think I'm going to have enough. Now, have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. Now, first question. First question. Shh, shh, shh. We got to bring it back in. We're not quite done. First question. How did that taste? It tasted good, right? It was fine because the extra sugar is still at the bottom. That was saturated. So if you add too much sugar, you are not super saturating it unless you heat it up. All right, what if this was on a graph? What if this was on a graph? So I would have on this graph, I would have solubility on my y, and I would have temperature on my x. Draw this, yes. What would the title of this graph be?
Solubility versus temp.
Solubility versus temperature.
Draw this.
Yep, draw this. Solubility versus temperature. Here's my line. Let's pretend like this is the solubility of Kool-Aid. First of all, do you see what happens to my solubility as the temperature is going up? My solubility is going up.
The temperature goes up while the solubility.
Exactly, it's a direct relationship. If I have letter A, letter B, and letter C, and I wanted to label each one of those. All right, I'm gonna scooch this over a little bit more. A, B, C. Anybody have a guess of what I would label letter A? Besides Joel, someone else. Brielle. Not talking about least or most soluble. This is just one substance. Someone else. Somebody else. Okay, Nick really wants to try.
We Koolaid.
No. All right, let me help you here. Letter B. Letter B is right on the line. This is letter B.
Saturated.
Yes.
Okay.
Letter B is saturated. Letter B is saturated. Now, letter C is above the line. Therefore, that must be what? Super saturated. Yes. So letter C is super saturated. Super saturated. And what about letter A? I could still add more, right? That is unsaturated. That is unsaturated. I have no idea what the time this period's over. It's unsaturated. So, what period is this? Fifth. So we have till 12:31. That's perfect, because I don't want you guys to have homework this weekend. Take a look at what you picked up on the way in. This should look similar to the chart I just drew on the board. This is not meant to be homework. This is practice based on what we just talked about. So, work through this with a partner. Finish it. Keep it for Monday. No homework over homecoming weekend. Okay, get that done.
Are you gonna be there?
I do not think I will be there. But I can't wait to hear the stories on Monday.
Yes.
I'm sure they'll be great.
You're gonna have to wait for